Welcome, collectors. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Diecast Emporium. Today, really excited to bring you Mix 3, the full case unboxing for Matchbox Basic 2021. Now, you guys may have seen the preview video I did on the allotment that I found in the store, but JCarDiecast has once again come through for me and you guys to show you the entire assortment and the case that's in this mix. So unlike Hot Wheels, Matchbox does not reset the letter, code, or designation, so technically this is the U case, but it's just easier to go by and refer to it that this is the third mix of vehicles for 2021. Again, just a quick reminder for those that are in the know or may not know, maybe some new collectors, the vehicles that are in this assortment are going to be in this assortment only. They don't repeat cases, so the good news is that Matchbox doesn't release a new case once but every 2 months, so hopefully that gives retailers the opportunity to restock and put them back on the shelves, so hopefully it gives you the opportunity to get what you want. If not, you can always visit my good friends at JCarDiecast.com. There will be a link down in the description, and again, I always recommend you go with them because you can do some shopping online without leaving the comfort of your home and make sure you get everything that you want. Alright, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed. I don't know the assortments, I don't know what is doubles in here, I don't know what singles, so we're going to find that out together. I do know that there are some fantastic castings in here, definitely some favorites of the year for me. So, let's try and look at the top down. There's our first preview of what's inside. There's going to be 2 line painting trucks, 2 Mustangs, looks like 2 Mini Coopers, looks like 3 Chevys, 3 Civics, and then 3 INC Aeroboard trailers. So definitely lots of doubles in here, but it's doubles of the good stuff that you're going to want, so that's always good to see. So let's start from the top. We have number 62 out of 100, the Speed Trapper. And check out the artwork. I mean, the Matchbox just kills it all the time with the artwork with these, and it really does shine through even in the basic range. So this is the Speed Trapper, which is an Aeroboard traffic control trailer. It is in the INC or Ink construction livery, which will go great with your Ink construction collection. You can put this up in your road construction diorama or layout to control the speed of traffic through it. So that is a very, very nice addition to that. So there are 3 of those in the case. 1, 2, 3. So that's our first 3 of 24 cars. This is certainly a highlight for many people. Definitely the JDM guys. There are also 3 of the 1976 Honda CVCC, or the old Honda Civic in white. When this was released last year, it was in a mustard yellow color, which was a era-correct color for the late 70s. I think it looks even better in white, but you guys let me know. Looks like it's part of the showroom series, and this is number 49 out of 100. Next 3 out of the box are all the 1979 Chevy Nova. And this is kind of in a lighter blue color, which I think looks great. 22 out of 100. Once again, the artwork is just as impressive as the actual car. There's the front, there's the top down, and there is the back of the car. So very, very nice looking Chevy there. I'm sure this will be very popular among the adult collectors, as it's very well done. You can see the realistic wheels on it as well. Next, we start getting into some of the singles in the case. We have number 77 out of 100. This is the Skidster, which is a play on words because the real machine that this is based off of is called a skid steer loader. It's a compact wheel loader that the construction industry uses. The first one was called the Bobcat, made of course by the Bobcat Corporation. This one is in a fire department livery, and it reads Fire, Matchbox County, District number 5, and number 58 on the side. Interesting take on it. Perhaps you can put this in your forest fire Matchbox collection, or even in your regular fire department collection as a vehicle used for accident cleanups and salvage operations. So a nice take to have a fire department skid steer. Something unique. Continuing on with firefighting vehicles, we have the Ford F-550 Super Duty, the mini pumper. and this is number 29 of 100. Now, normally these trucks have fire department, licensed fire department liveries and decos on it. This one just says Matchbox Fire Rescue, Rescue 71 on it. So not a licensed deco this time, but a very believable, basic, just red fire truck. The cab part is die-cast. The actual body, the mini pumper body, is plastic, and the base is plastic as well. There's the front. There's the rear, and there is a good view of the top. Another fire truck. Number 94 of 100, this is the Hazard Squad, based on a hazmat truck or a rescue truck. I do enjoy the take that Matchbox took on this, kind of a Matchbox-themed truck with the old-school Matchbox colors. It reads Matchbox Hazmat Team, Unit A58, and the Matchbox Fire circle right here on the side entry door. Once again, there's the front, there's the rear with some casted details, and then a good look at the top. Only one of these in this case, which is a bit disappointing because there's a lot of people that collect Matchbox Fire Department vehicles. All right, let's continue. We have the 2011 Mini Countryman. There are two of those in orange with a black top. This is number 51 of 100. Again, 2011 Mini Countryman. Again, I'm not so sure you'd take your nice Mini Cooper out where there's a erupting volcano, but pretty nice background nonetheless. And the orange paint has that metal flake effect into it if you look really, really close. Quite nice. Next up, we have the 2009 International Estar, number 59 of 100. So these trucks are pretty prominent in large cities. You'll see a lot of these in Los Angeles, New York City, etc. FedEx actually has a large fleet of these trucks. They're electric hybrid delivery trucks. So in theory, you can buy a fleet of these, maybe repaint them all white, add your own FedEx decals to them, make them a little bit more realistic. But this take on it is kind of interesting. It has DCM, Matchbox Worlds in Miniature, and DCM, of course, means Diecast Metropolis. This energy-efficient transport provided by Matchbox ambassadors around the world. So paying homage to the Matchbox ambassadors. A unique truck. All right, now we get to some really cool cars, including a pretty old casting in the Matchbox range, number 54 of 100. This is the Porsche 911 Carrera Cabriolet. Convertible. This has a lot of nice detail on it. I'm not sure if you can tell from the card, but the interior is nice and crisp and has a lot of detail. You can even see the shifter and the center console, as well as the brake light right here. Obviously, it has some taillights that stand out and the Carrera logo in silver. And on the front, it has the Porsche badge and then some nice headlights. The paint is also that same type of metal flake paint that we saw on the Mini. And the wheels are somewhat realistic of the actual hubs that you would find on this Porsche. And the original casting was made in, I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick that up, but it says 1998 and then retooled in 2019. Which I think it was white or cream last year. All right, here is the 1971 MGB GT Coupe or Coupe, number 42 of 100 in what else? British Racing Green for a British car. Pretty nice. Chrome grille. Chrome bumper with a yellow European-style license plate. Obviously, all of the headlights, taillight detail. MG circle on the back as well. I know that's a little bit difficult to see, but it is there. And obviously, need we forget the very nice card detail. All right, down to the last few. Another in British green, we have number 91 of 100. This is the 65 Land Rover Gen 2. Gorgeous looking older off-road truck. It has a brown, like a carry top on it with some different casted in detail. I believe that is removable, or it was removable on the blue one that we saw, what was it, last year or the year before. I don't know if there's a variation, because when we saw the blue one, there was 2 different ones with 2 different cargo tops. I'm not sure if there's only one this year for green. You guys are welcome to comment on that. Land Rover license plate cover once again, and some taillight detail. I do like the black window inserts. It's better than some of the ridiculous colors that we've seen. And then the front bumper is the unmistakable older Land Rover front style. Obviously, in terms of the military history as well, the British military in particular has used Land Rovers all the way up to current day, but it started in World War II with the Desert Rats and such. So Land Rover has a rich history of military service as well, so it's nice to see that. Maybe Matchbox will at some point pay homage to that. All right, number 66 of 100. This is the Nissan NV van. This is a courtesy shovel take. So if you've ever had your car worked on at the dealership, I'm sure that you are more than familiar with this. Or for the youngsters watching, if your mom and dad takes their vehicle to get worked on at the car dealership that they bought it from, a lot of dealerships have what's known as a courtesy shovel. So if you live within a reasonable driving distance, they will have somebody drop your mom or your dad and you off at home while your car is getting some standard maintenance done. So that's what this is a take on. Courtesy shovel, Nissan Genuine Service, shuttle service to your work or home is the printing on the side. This van has a trailer hitch at the rear and your Nissan at the front. And speaking of those kind of funky interior detail that I don't like, here's the red, dark red printing for your windows. Again, it would just look so much nicer if it was clear or a blue color. But nonetheless, that's the Nissan. Moving right along, this is one of my favorites out of this assortment, and thankfully there are 2. Obviously, this is catered towards kids, but even in the adult line, the possibilities with this are numerous. This is 25 of 100, the Road Stripe King, based on, obviously, a road stripe painting truck that would be used to paint the striping on the roads after a fresh coat of asphalt has been laid. What's really nice about this truck is, and I have one opened, that you can put a crayon right here, and it will literally draw a line on a sheet of paper, of course, children, not on walls or anything. So it's kind of, has a lot of play value into it. On the collector end of things, I can see this being a donor model for maybe putting an international cab from Walthers and Boley, maybe modifying the body a little bit more, maybe doing some 3D printing on it and giving it a realistic-looking road stripe machine look to it. Matchbox did cast in that guide wheel at the front, but again, it's not very realistic. But nonetheless, it's quite nice. It is surprising to me that they chose this yellow paint, which just reads Road Maintenance DOT number 6 on it, and then a fleet number. This, to me, would have been a natural addition to the INC or the Ranek construction arsenal, but maybe we will see that in future releases of this casting. Finally, down to the last 2. There are 2, by the way, if I didn't mention, there are 2 of those road stripes. And there are 2 2019 Ford Mustang Coupes or Coupe in the Ford Blue, which this car looks remarkable in this color. Front detail, rear detail, including the Mustang license plate cover, GT in the back, which I know is hard to see, but it is there. Definitely, again, one of my favorites from this assortment. There are a lot of favorites in this assortment, but that Mustang just looks incredible. Again, number 31 of 100. And last but certainly not least, another one of my favorites, and there's only one of these, at least in this case, number 2 of 100, the 1957 Dodge Swept Side Pickup. Check out that card art, too. Holy cow. Another one of the classic vehicles. Of course, you would not want to be anywhere near a volcano, but hey, it looks good. So it kind of has that 57 Bel Air rear end to it, and almost like a classic Chevy truck front to it. But in fact, this is a Dodge. And I love the two-tone cream top, fade to like a cherry red. It just screams late 50s. You'd see this parked out of a diner or maybe a drive-in movie. It's awesome looking. In terms of the bed, you can see the covers for the spare tires, or the fender wells, I should say. There's no spare tires. And the bed has been painted gray. So that's it for this case. Once again, you guys can buy this case right now from JCarDiecast.com. There will be a link in the description. There's too many favorites to name. I mean, we have the Mustang, which was phenomenal. We have the Dodge, which was great as well. We have the Road Strike King, which I thought was super cool. We have the Hazmat truck, which everybody loves because it's a fire truck. The Chevy, I think many people will love too. Running out of space here. The Ford Mini Pumper. The 65 Land Rover. Of course, the Civic. Probably the best one for me, just because it's kind of what I collect the most of, is probably the Speed Trapper in the INC livery. Thank you guys once again for watching. Right now you'll see another suggested link for your screen. That's for the brand new case of Matchbox working rigs, so make sure you guys check out that video as well. Take care, be safe. I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. I'll see you in the next review.